Yeah. I do not have you as a sound though. That's a problem. Fucking happens every time.
Positive.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's different on your end because mine's set up.
Right here. I need to. I had it on the. Yeah. Say something for me.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Here we
something
go.
good.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
We're solid. All right, guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Doobie Den tonight. It is RevX's wrestling review for the 8-1 edition of WWE Smackdown, aka the Go Home Show for the SummerSlam Spectacular that will happen the next 2 days. I'm your co-host
Oh
Buddha
yeah.
with me as always, MJ Hat, and tonight was it was a Go Home Show, but for a Go Home
Yeah.
Show to have 5 matches, I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, normally the old SmackDown format, the 3 hour format, you can only get four. So the fact that they squeezed in five is pretty good.
Yeah.
So I got to take that. I guess I'll start us off. We normally come in and we talk about first joining the Discord, which we have pinned at the top of the chat there. Secondly, we are on the stage, so if anybody would like to come and speak while we are streaming, the stage is wide open for you. Uh, and then the next thing we normally discuss is Monday Night Raw and what happened. So, give me just a second here. I've got too many freaking windows open. All right, so let's go to the top, and really not that much from Raw this week. AJ and the Kabuki Warriors took on the Judgment Day, which it was Dom, Roxanne, and Raquel, uh, and they won. So, woo.
Hmm.
Finn and JD then took on LWO to retain the men's tag team titles, the Raw tag team titles. Thanks to a not one but two El Grande Americano. The second one, I believe we're going to have an El Grande Americano off with this storyline. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I just it was weird to see a second one. I looked at the wife and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Like, no clue who that is. But I guess we'll find out who that is probably Monday. They ain't going to bother with that during the weekend. So Monday, look for that.
I don't know. If there's another tag team match this weekend, and there is, isn't there? Like
Not
for
for
Judgment Day, is that
no, no, just the women's
no?
and the IC. That's the only belts out of the crew they're defending this weekend. So
We might see something with Dom. Who knows?
maybe.
Uh, after that, we got Rio, Io Sky. I'm sorry, Rio. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Stephanie Mecker, and uh, Nikki Bella. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
yeah.
uh, defeated Naomi, Chelsea, and the Secret Harvest. I like what they're doing with Chelsea. Chelsea's should be one of their top draws, right?
Hmm.
She is one of those heels that can lose, 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 and it doesn't hurt her at all. I think it's a good gimmick for her, and I think that the way she was portrayed in the documentary, Unreal,
Yeah.
I think that that was excellent. Which we'll touch on that here in a little bit. Then we got Jey Uso beating Bronson by DQ. The thing gets destroyed along with Roman by the Brawns. I like what you did there. Solid ending to the show. Braun is taking over the group, and apparently Webb couldn't be happier. Listen, um, I don't know that.
He's
I still
reading that
think
as
we're going
I'm
to see a Seth
unimpressed.
Rollins cash in. I think we're going to see a cash in still. I'm sorry. I think the whole thing's a work.
Nope.
I could be wrong. I
You
know
are.
all this is online. Okay, well, let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see. I hope that Seth Rollins makes you eat those words. Okay, but that was pretty much it that happened on Raw. You want to take us into the start of SmackDown?
SmackDown, guys, comes to us from Newark, New Jersey this time around, and it was kind of an interesting start to the show. So we get Cena coming out before he can even say a word. Cody Rhodes music hits. He comes out. Before Rhodes can say anything, though, Cena takes over and basically goes on about the fact that, he's done this for 25 years, blah, blah, blah. He fusses. He tells Cody, "Oh well, you assaulted me, you beat me up, you forged my signature, and you got me into a scary match, and for that I have to say thank you," which kind of like threw everybody off automatically. So then Cena decides to go into straight up face promo, Cena 101, and by the end of it, guys, everybody in that arena was on their feet, screaming to the top of their lungs because Cena was back. This was to
I'm
much.
biting my tongue.
I know you are. This is much to the delight of Cody Rhodes, who asked for a couple beers, tells John Cena, "Welcome back, John Cena." Cheers a beer with him and leaves. To which Cena takes time to enjoy the moment with the crowd like he used to always do. So, before we go any further, let's go ahead and get the little squabble out of the way and stop biting your tongue
Mhm.
and fire off.
Mhm. It's a work. It's a work. It's entirely work. Either one of two things is happening, and I have to get this off my chest. If I don't, I'm going to fucking explode.
Floor's yours.
One, Cody Rhodes is turning heel, which is what you think. We've discussed it. Yes, I know.
Yes.
I don't think that's what's happening. Two, this is a giant swerve from WWE, and they're trying to get the crowd on the side of John Cena for this one particular match. I think that come the end of the match, he's going to win by disqualification. Well, never mind. I'm sorry. It's street fight. He's going to basically he's going to win. Point blank and period. We all know that. I don't think that they're going to let him walk out with the title. They might. They let Punk, but I just man, Cena's going to do something dastardly, and he's going to be like, "Oh, gotcha," and that's their whole plan. It's swerve after swerve after swerve with John Cena. I don't see very. I know that John is a mainstay, GOAT, but man, I'm tired of looking at him already. As are half of America, half the WWE universe. We all kind of just go ahead and be done, John. Sorry, I'm done. I'm
All right,
done.
my rebuttal, Tom.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my biggest rebuttal is that Cody Rhodes has stated that the biggest part of his face run is over. So it's time for him to go heel. Now, why I say this is simply this: Cena's not going to go out in the middle of December on an L being a heel. It's just not going to happen, guys. So they had to give it time, and they took basically half of this run to make him a heel. They'll use the other half of this run to make him the complete clean babyface that he's always been. But in order to do that, how do you do that? You have to have that big turn. Who's the big turn? Here, you want me to really put some shit into perspective for you? You want me to really dive into this for you for a second? Cody takes over Seth's faction. Cody, the Braun Brawns, and Paul Heyman. Holy shit. Now, that's just a spitball, guys. That's probably something that's never going to happen. But you want to, like, build the ultimate heel with a group and a manager already there to face the icon John Cena. That's the best way to do it, guys. Will that happen? Probably not. That's wishful thinking from yours truly.
That's
But
fantasy. That's fantasy booking. That's fantasy booking.
But tell me, guys, if you're on here, tell me, throw me a comment, something like that. Tell me you wouldn't like to see something like that. It wouldn't be cool.
We definitely some sort of swerve is inbound. Okay, regardless, that's the one thing we can agree on is that there is something coming that we just can't put our finger on. It's either going to be something to do with Rhodes turning heel or a fake out from Cena. It falls within those two realms,
I agree.
whatever it is.
I agree.
So
But we will
that's
see.
that.
It'll happen, and we'll find out on that one Sunday night. But
Yeah.
they show an earlier today segment where Logan Paul's walking around backstage. Jelly's in the ring training. Him and McIntyre get the best of the role. Tell him not to show up to SmackDown tonight. And then we get thrown into the first match of the evening, which they started out kind of weird. They started out with the Women's United States Championship. It's Julia with her new manager, I guess, Kiana James, defending against the former champion, Zelina Vega. This was a solid opening match. They got to run for, I would say, a good solid 15 minutes or so. It actually was
Mm-hmm.
made to feel like Zelina may actually take the victory back. They had a couple of very, very close calls to where we thought for sure Zelina was winning that title back. But in the end, Julia
Yep.
is able to hit the Northern Lights driver for the three to retain. And I would say that's probably the end of Zelina Vega in the title run for Julia's title.
Yeah, I honestly, and I know I said this earlier and you did not agree, but I see Chelsea Green coming back to get another shot at it because of her gimmick. Like that's really the reason I say that. Um, Otherwise, Julia is a big hit. She's a heel with Kiana James, who is I don't know. She's not really done any mouth work today. Um, but Julia's got that fire underneath her, that crowd reaction, be it positive or negative. She's getting heat, and that's what they want.
I agree.
So I think that Chelsea Green would be a good opponent for Julia. But with that being said, we then got a backstage segment with Solo and the MFTs, and there's this cage hanging above the ring, and Solo's denying having any involvement, which immediately tells you that it's Solo's involved in getting the cage above the ring because we're not dumb, are we, WWE Universe? Um, they say they're going to waylay to Big Jim later in the evening. Well, Tala is. Uh, which led us to match number two. Match number two was the open challenge for the AAA Tag Team Championship, in which Los Garza took on, and you guessed it, the former AAA Tag Team Champions, Psycho Clown and Mr. Iguana. Okay, he's got an iguana. He's supposed to be a crowd favorite, right? Well, he was. Uh, this was kind of more of a squash comedy match. You see a lot of those with certain luchadors and certain acts like Chelsea Green. She's also a comedy act. Honestly, after the way that this match ended, though, Iguana might be hurt. They got him out of the ring really quick, and I feel like I don't know if you thought this, but I know I did. I felt like the finish was changed on the fly,
Yeah, I think it was rushed.
just
Like, looked really
just
rushed.
because of how things went.
Yeah.
It I can't sit here and say that I know that for certain, but it kind of felt like that the AAA Tag Team Championship was supposed to go back to AAA today.
I don't
And
know.
if they did hurt Iguana, then that would be why it did. All I'm saying.
I'm not. I don't know, guys. This match turned into botchamania. Like Matthew, if you ever see us, I'm telling you, I'm telling you where to get some really good skits. Although I'm sure I'm not the only one telling you to get skits from this match.
No.
This match was just. This match was a stretch to watch. It was rough to watch, and we were like very thankful when this match ended. We both counted to three. It was like thank fucking God.
I
Uh,
will say that while I enjoyed seeing AAA talent in a SmackDown ring, you're not wrong. Botch after botch after botch.
They're
So
not ready. Okay, look, they are mainstay characters in Mexico, and that is wonderful. I really believe that it was a lot to do with the abundance of crowd that they're not used to. It's going to make anybody have
maybe.
butterflies. It's going to make anybody slip on their cues, so to speak. But
Yeah, maybe.
hopefully, if they get featured again, it's a lot better match than what we got to see tonight, guys. After
True.
that match, though, they show a video package of the six pack tag team championship TLC match, and yes, that is a mouthful and a half to say, but that will take place on Sunday, guys. And that match, I am so looking forward to. Honestly, what are your thoughts on that match, man?
Okay. All right. So if we're going to talk about the entire SmackDown Tag Team Division because we are. Um, I feel like that we've been building up to the 16 the whole time. We were waiting for the Wyatt Six to come back, and I know we discussed this a little bit earlier. Um, I think that this kind of match, if it's ever been done, it's not been done in a really long time. I know that TLC tag title matches are a mainstay for older WWE fans. They
Hmm.
love that hardcore shit. We'll eat that up just like we eat tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my god, I'm gonna come. But no, like
Actually,
the thing is,
if I may, right quick, they actually showed a fact on SmackDown tonight that the first TLC match actually took place at SummerSlam 25 years ago. I think it said it was August 27th, 2000. So I
yeah,
feel as though this is a huge upgrade because the original TLC was 3 teams. Chat,
yeah.
I'm gonna give you a second. Put them in the comments. Who were they? I'm gonna say it, but go ahead. Hit me in the comments. Tell me.
Do, 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 do.
Getting back to who it
Do,
actually
do,
was,
do, do, do.
once he shuts up,
That's right.
we had the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. Those were the three original teams that gave us what became known as TLC. Each one of them had their own particular things. That's what actually made the match come to fruition. Is each team had their own signature weapon: one table, one ladder, one chairs, and
Yep.
it was a big squabble for the tag team titles for a few months, and they just decided, hey, throw them all together. Let's see what happens. It was an innovative, huge, innovative thing in 2000 when we were really huge into wrestling, and here 25 years later, and guess what? We're getting double what we started with at the same stage. This is going to be an insane match, guys.
I agree. I agree, man. We've got a lot. This will have a lot of high spots and a lot of low spots. But the problem is when you get so many bodies, it's kind of like the Royal Rumble. You lose track.
Mm-hmm.
But all that being said, uh, I guess we're on match number three now, right?
Yes, sir.
Match number three was a singles match between Damian Priest and Aleister Black. This was a very back and forth, hard hitting match compared to the last one. These two beat the hell out of one another until the end. Black hit Priest with a chair and like threw it at him to get cause the disqualification, which gave Priest the win. However, the aftermatch beatdown, I think Priest may be taking some vacation time.
A little bit, yeah.
At minimum a week, I'm thinking more like a month, but hopefully he gets a break. He doesn't have anything scheduled at SummerSlam, right?
Right, which is weird because like I
So,
know reading up to it, like they said that they were going to have something big for him,
yeah.
but
Well,
if getting written off TV the night before SummerSlam's what they had big for him, damn, like what
and
a what a
that feels
twist.
like a downgrade,
Yeah,
but whatever. I like Damian Priest. I think he's an excellent sports entertainer. I want you to notice that I did not say wrestler there.
I wish they
Um,
wouldn't have took the title off him so quick. I will say that.
yeah, I agree. He could have had a much better run as champion.
Oh yeah,
Perhaps if he was on SmackDown for that instead of Raw, as the secondary title is just, and I say that because it
secondary,
is.
secondary.
Um, yeah, it's secondary. The World Championship is a secondary title in today's era. Yes, sir.
Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Moving on, we got Tiffany backstage walking when Jade comes up to her, tells her basically she didn't need her help last week. Tiffy says, well, if she's going to face her, she wants to actually face her at full, full speed. And Jade tells her not to worry, that after tomorrow she won't have to worry about it because that title is coming home with her. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. That moves us right into match number 4, which was the singles match between Jimmy Uso and Tala Tonga. It was really kind of a short match, truthfully. But they gave Jimmy a lot of the offense in this. But I mean, Tala Tonga is like 7 foot tall. Like when they done the face to face, Tala's head stood like almost perfectly, completely over top of Jimmy's head. So
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Jimmy gets going. He gets into his big spiel, hits the spear, goes up top to hit the splash. Tyler catches him while on the ground, full reach. I mean, it's crazy how much reach this guy had. Stands up, hits a huge
Yeah.
choke slam on him, gets the three. Now after the match, that's when things got a little chaotic. So Solo calls everybody into the ring and says, "Hey, we're gonna do this now." They start lowering the cage with Jimmy inside and all the MFTs. Strangely enough, the cage stops about three-quarter of the way down, just enough for Jacob to make his way to the ring, get into the ring. The cage come down. Solo says, "Screw this! I'm not doing this tonight." He hightails it along with Tala, which leaves JC
Mhm.
Mateo and Tamatonga in the ring, much to Jacob's liking because he completely destroyed those two, complete with the moonsaults and the taunt to Solo. I think they wrestle tomorrow night, right? Do they wrestle tomorrow night?
Uh, one sec, checking.
No, they
No,
wrestle
that was
Sunday
Sunday.
night. Okay, so Sunday night. Anyway, guys, but again, very small, very quick match with a nice little segment afterwards. Again, for a go home show, that part was actually pretty solid. Looks like
Yeah,
Hacks.
it was. I'm here. I'm here. Sorry. Uh,
Awesome.
it wasn't bad, man. I honestly think that Solo and Jacob's going to be one of the highlight matches of SummerSlam. They're
I think
both
it's
very
gonna be
good
the beat
workers.
downs, man. That's gonna be like the hard hitting match, especially being in a cage.
Next up,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. Next up, we had a backstage segment with Alexa and Charlotte. Again, they're not friends. Apparently, Alexa's cool with it, but Charlotte doesn't like using the F word, like focus. Um,
Focus.
they, they say they are winning the tag team titles, so I guess we'll see. Honestly, I'm kind of rooting for them. I don't enjoy having all the gold on Judgment Day. I think that's a bad place for it to be unless they're doing it transitionally. Um, Plus, it's Alexa Bliss. Anything with Alexa Bliss in it, I'm a mark for. So that's just being fact. Um, you want to do the last segment?
Yeah, sure. Last segment, guys. So Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre come out to the ring. Paul starts running his mouth on Jelly about how he doesn't need to be trying to come in and take over a wrestling organization. That's not right, even though it's the same damn thing he done. But he made sure to say, "You don't do that unless you're Logan Paul," which I am.
Mm-hmm.
McIntyre
Mm-hmm.
starts talking about Orton, tells him, kudos for taking a match that he really didn't need to take, blah, blah, blah. So all of a sudden on the Titantron, you see Jelly show up. He gets out. He's still selling his injuries from earlier. So he's doing pretty good on the selling part. He taps on the hood three times, and out comes Orton from the driver's seat. They walk toward the ring. Nick Aldis is there saying, "No, stop, don't do anything." They walk right past him, get in the ring, and of course, you know what's going to happen. We got a brawl going. Nick Aldis sends out like
Oh yeah.
20, I would say a solid 20 backstage help to break away all these people, to which leaves like three of these guys in the ring with Orton and Jelly Roll. Orton is already lost it, so a couple of these poor souls met the three most dangerous letters in wrestling business today, and that is the RKO. And then Jelly got a smile on his face as he decided he was going to choke slam the other poor soul in the ring. And we get the faces in the ring standing tall with the heels being pulled to the back to end the show. Um,
Does that surprise you at all?
no,
That ending? It sure doesn't me.
no. For a go home show, I did say five matches at the first of the show. I'm sorry, it was only four, but it was made very, very, very well tonight. But
Felt
I'm
like
gonna
a five.
say solidly maybe a seven tonight.
Yes, 7 out of 8, 7 out of 10. I mean, maybe just not. You know. Ooh. Okay. So that being said, we need to get into two things I wanted to discuss tonight before we disengage here. Uh, One, the card for SummerSlam. Now I'm going to wait until the ad breaks over to do predictions here because we got about 60 seconds on that. It's only a 90-second ad.
Okay.
That being said, though, this is still in the VOD on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, um, guys, if you haven't already, join the Discord, like the video, subscribe. We definitely need the help. We're trying to get to 100 followers or 100 people in our Discord. When we do, there will be a merch giveaway. So just hang tight for the details on that, and Buddha and I will get back to you with that. And that's specifically because you guys are awesome and have filled the Discord. You
Agreed.
have to be in the Discord to get the merch. That's all I'm saying. So the other thing I wanted to cover, if we are going to talk about it at all, is just basic opinions on the Unreal series.
Yeah, we can go.
Because we've not been live since we've not been live together since that started.
Right.
So if we can, I'd like to do that first.
Sure. Open up with it when we come back.
What were you, well, we're back. What do you think? What was your thoughts on the Unreal series?
So I'm going to tell you just like I told Retro the other night when I had asked him if he had watched it. As somebody that used to do everything behind the scenes, and we're both as guilty as that as guilty can be, I felt as though
Absolutely.
this was a very solid way to show how everything has to go down. A lot of people see this and they're like, oh, well, it's fake, it's predetermined. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
To an extent, it is fake. As we've seen tonight, people get hurt. A little more now than they used to. Used to, it was a little more safe. Now there's a little more leeway, and unfortunately, it ends up in more injuries. However, getting to see this behind the scenes, getting to see how the wrestlers' mentality is going into these big matches, and that's what it is. It's basically a match or two from a pay per view leading up to like the new episodes that'll come out. I'm sure we'll probably see one from Backlash, and then I'll probably sure that we'll see one from SummerSlam. We might see one that
Eventually.
we might see one that's dated for a Saturday night's main event, even though it's becoming more of a mainstay. They might still actually do that to show how they get asses in seats, as Rock likes to put it. Overall,
Yeah.
though, I do feel as though it's a solid show. I know that there's been a lot of hate for it on the internet, and I hate that for them. But some people, like I asked Ropeman about it, and he said, he 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 uh he likes his food the way it's prepared without knowing,
Hmm.
and I kind of
Not
understand
me. I
that
like to
point
know
too.
what's in my food.
I,
I like to know what I'm eating, bro.
exactly, but I understood his point. I understand the hate, but personal opinion, I personally loved the show. Thought it was great. My wife sitting behind me, she actually got very, very interested in it, which is kind of shocking because she likes wrestling, but not like, say, us. Okay? So, to watch her actually like be dead set into watching that show and enjoying what she was watching, I felt as though as like quote unquote a non like fan like us, that's a success. That's what I feel like
I
on
agree. Um, as far as my standpoint on it,
it. Mm-hmm.
it I do feel like that there were certain parts of it that were still scripted.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that they didn't really pull back the curtain 100%, maybe more like 50, because people know wrestling is predetermined. People know that gorilla position's a thing. People know that the storylines come out of a writer's room. Like these are things we already knew, right? The only thing that I can think of that even really felt halfway kind of real was, say, reactions right after matches.
Oh yeah,
Specifically,
yeah,
I want to point out Chelsea Green here and her U.S. title. And I know I've been talking about Chelsea all night, but that moment when she was getting her side plates and people were walking by and she was like side plates, you know, that moment was real. That was her joy,
yeah.
and it was really being shown.
That that
And we're
that
not.
was that was dedication and experience paying off, and finally getting to reap the reward from it. Yeah, you're absolutely right there.
Those
Another
kind of things. All right,
another good one was
go ahead.
um CM Punk's reaction after actually getting the main event SummerSlam. I feel as though that was genuine. Like they caught him backstage when he was still like in his thoughts, and he gave his real thoughts, which were you figure these guys are professionals, and
Yeah,
Chelsea like we've been on Chelsea Green kick tonight when they done her little couple of minutes of interview, she said something that really stood, and I enjoyed hearing it. And it was, it doesn't matter if I'm losing every match, as long as I'm getting booked every week, I'm going to do it. To some
yeah,
people, winning and losing is not everything. Now, she did go into telling about the fact that, you still want to win. You do. Like, that's what you're there
hmm
for. You're there
hmm
to try to get over. But sometimes being a comedic loser can get you just as over as being a successful champion per se.
Well, that's like when she won the title. We were watching. I remember you and I were watching, and she beat Michin. Was it
Yep.
Michin? I
Yep.
think it was Michin. Uh, when she beat Michin, that was real joy in
Yeah.
that moment.
Oh yeah.
That you can't you can fake that, but you can tell the difference between fake joy, not really wanting to fuck with it, and absolutely being ecstatic. That was amazing. And I think what
I agree with that.
WWE Unreal is pulling back the curtain on is just the right amount.
Yeah.
I think there are some things we don't need to know, and there are other things that should be public knowledge. So kudos to WWE Unreal. You're getting a 9 out of 10 on me. Buddha, what do you got?
I solid 9 out of 10. Yeah. Full agreement. But guys, before we
Okay.
end this stream,
All
the
right.
last thing we want to do is we want to go over the SummerSlam Super Card for the weekend. We have 6 matches on both Saturday and Sunday night. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and open up. So I'm gonna ask one, and then he's gonna ask one. We're just gonna go back and forth with this, and feel free in the comments to tell us all your predictions for every match. We would love to read them. Love to, if you guys are here, would
Absolutely.
like to come up on the stage, chat with us about all this, please feel free to do so. Just ask us to come up. We'll be more than happy to get you on here, talk some wrestling, and yeah,
Taking taking all callers.
exactly.
So, all right. You want to start?
All
Go
right,
ahead.
so
Go
first
ahead.
one I'm reading here looks like the women's tag team championship match. Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Hat,
Now,
who
if
are
you're
you
asking
with?
me
Yeah,
where I stand should be obvious, as I have said many, 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 many times. I am a mark for Alexa Bliss, so I am a little construed. I don't like seeing all the gold on Judgment Day. Not that they're a bad team; they're not a bad team. I think that Charlotte and Alexa have more going for them
mm,
than Roxanne and Raquel.
agreed.
Now, if it was Liv, we might have a little bit more issue.
Mm,
But as far as I'm standing, the winner of this one is going to be Alexa and Charlotte, the frenemies.
agreed.
So, okay, so you just okay. So
Agreed.
the next match, um, and I'm just going to go down the list that we got
Yep.
is for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is Gunther taking on CM Punk. Buddha,
Gunther, hands down.
Gunther,
Sorry.
why?
CM Punk just kind of got through into this thing. I mean, think about it. If anybody should be facing Gunther at SummerSlam for that title, it's Braun Breaker. Quote me on
Okay.
it. Please go ahead. He deserved to be in that match. Punk just slid in. I really think
Um,
what they're doing with Punk. I like. Punk has been a part of every major show this year. He's already been in. Uh, he's been in Royal Rumble. He's been in Elimination Chamber. He got to wrestle at WrestleMania. He has been
in
in
night one
the
main event.
He's been in the WWE Championship picture in Saudi Arabia,
Yep.
and now he's going for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. The man is not like just a name that comes up. However, I just don't see them giving him a title run right now. I don't. The only way I see this working, CM Punk wins tomorrow if John Cena keeps the title. And I feel as
Oh,
though
that's a given.
they unify the belts at the end of the year when Cena's last match is.
Ooh, ooh, no,
Sorry,
no, no.
I know I understand you say that, but that is the only thing at the current moment that really makes sense.
May I?
Yep.
May I
Yep.
step up for a second?
All
All
yours.
right. So we're going to differ on this one. This match was originally slated to be the match that CM Punk got at Mania
Right.
until they swerved and went with Jey Uso for the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
So, that being said, it makes me feel like that Punk is going to get the push and take the title from Gunther because Gunther's not doing anything. Nothing. He fought Goldberg. He's fought Jay. That's it.
I'm not
Like
going to
he's
argue
not.
with you because I would like to see Punk win. I'm a huge CM Punk fan. Anybody that knows me knows that.
This is true.
However,
This is true.
I don't see them putting the title right back on Gunther just to have him beat Goldberg to retire him and then lose to Punk. I don't see it, guys. Would I like that to
Well,
happen? Absolutely. Do I see that
we'll
needing to come out? No.
we'll see tomorrow. So,
Absolutely. All right, so match 3 we've got Randy Orton and Jelly Roll against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Hat, take it away.
all right, buddy. So, obviously, Jelly Roll is in this interpromotional bit because he's Jelly Roll,
Yep.
and let's face it, the crowd's eating it up. So, baby faces for the win. That's all I got.
I've got no
That's
argument to that. Like, please take us into the next match. I've got no argument to that. Like, words straight out of my mouth. Really. Faces take
all
this
right.
tomorrow
So,
night.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. The next match is Roman Reigns and Jey Uso taking on Braun and Braun, the Braun Brawns. Who up?
Say faces.
Okay,
Like that.
okay.
There's not really much to talk about in this match, man. Like, as bad as I hate to say it, the only reason I feel as though this is happening right now is because Seth got hurt and they had to have something to fill it. Perfect time to bring Roman back. And this goes back to talking about Unreal and everything, and them talking about the
Mhm.
fact that if we do this, Roman's going to be on his own with nothing, and you haven't really seen a lot of Roman. Now all of a sudden he's coming back, and what's he going for? Right back for family. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Bloodline 2.0 sometime in the near future. Maybe not with the belts
All right,
like before, but I see something of that nature coming.
I have to say that if they do, and this is kind of a very big what if, so follow me very closely on this, okay? Depending on when Gunther and Punk actually wrestle, if it's early in the night, we're I see some interference on for the Bronze, and they could very well take the win. However, I'm still stuck on we're going to get that cash in. So, but that's just me.
He's all about that cash in,
That's
guys.
just me. I'm going to say that Braun and Braun are going to take the win on this, just because Roman Reigns is established. He can lose, and it's fine. Jay is established. He can lose, and it's fine. If they're going to make Braun and Braun a decent stable, then they need to pick up the win. They've been picking up too many losses as of late.
All right, guys,
So,
you heard it here. That's the first time I think that's the second match that we've actually differed
that's a
on.
second disagree.
All right,
Yeah.
women's title match: Tiffy defending against Jade Cargill. That's a good night from the
Ooh,
wife, guys. She said, "Peace out."
this one's tough. This one's tough, okay? Because let's face it, Jade is long overdue for that title. If she hadn't have got hurt, she'd have probably already had it. So, and Tiffany's had it for what now?
About 9 months, I
Since
think, man.
December. So,
Like December, January, somewhere right in that area. Yes.
I think it's time that the clock stops for Tiffy time. So Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill won Queen of the Ring,
Yep.
which gave her this match.
Yep.
Who won Men's King of the Ring?
That would be Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes. So okay. Like I guess we really haven't been following. Like they really haven't put as much into it, or maybe it's the fact of splitting them. You know, one night and one the other. But okay, yeah. I'm going to say I would like to see Tiffy retain, and I'd like to see them, let somebody run with the damn title for a little bit. Tiffy's actually fun fact. Tiffy is the longest reigning champion right now in the company. There you
Yep.
go. There you go. There you go. So okay,
That's
yeah,
true.
maybe Jade, picks up tomorrow. And okay, here's another question I have just regarding that match. If Jade wins tomorrow, does
Mm-hmm.
that kind of set Sunday and the men's King of the Ring winner, Cody
No,
Rhodes? Okay,
absolutely
all right,
not.
awesome,
Absolutely not.
awesome. All right. So what we got left? Oh, that's all you, homie.
For night one? No, it's your turn. I just did Jade Cargill. Oh no,
I
you
did.
did. Never mind. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. All right. So the next match we got out of the 12 we have. This is number 6. Out of the 12 we have, Sami Zayn taking on Karrion Kross. Now tell me, why do you think Karrion Kross is going to win?
Because if not, then I mean, honestly and truthfully, all this push for him has been for nothing.
I agreed. Agreed. So
Like,
that's quick and
yeah.
dirty, easy, done.
Does Sammy
Uh,
actually say Cross told the truth? That's the question I have.
no,
Don't think he
no,
does. He says he
no.
will. Does he keep to his word,
I
or
know he says he
or
will.
or, or is this where Cross finally proves the truth, and Sammy turns into this like maniacal character?
I think this is where we get Cross's push.
I like this.
Go on.
All for
Go on.
this. All right. Starting night 2, guys, we have, and I just want to explain this right quick, okay? So everybody understands this. We have all matches for night 2 are championship title matches. There are
Mm-hmm.
no special matches. There are, but there are no special matches that do not involve a championship for night 2. So we're starting out with the Intercontinental Championship, Dominic Mysterio defending against AJ Styles. What is your pick?
All right. So I'm going to say Dom retains because he's still got the heat of the crowd. He's still got that momentum. He's
Mm-hmm.
still AJ's gonna go do a TNA show soon anyway. You
Yep.
know it's coming.
Yep.
Um, Dom's picking up a dub here. So
To
just
touch
my
on that,
thoughts.
I agree wholeheartedly. I agree that AJ is going to go do a TNA show. What I feel as though is going to happen there, Trick Williams somehow or another is going to be able to retain against Moose, because
Mm-hmm.
Moose is number 1 contender now for TNA Championship. That being said,
Mm-hmm.
AJ needs something to do. So they're
Mm-hmm.
going to throw AJ back in TNA, probably let him take the title from Trick. And the only reason I say they do that is because AJ is a TNA original. He is a
Well,
legend
how
there.
many years? How many years do we have TNA or AJ left? He's going to have to get a TNA title under his belt
One or
before he
two.
leaves. No?
He's got one.
Yeah,
He's got a couple actually. He's been TNA champion
I
before.
know.
But like
I
doing it
mean, in the
now,
new era.
yeah, doing it now, you're absolutely right. So I feel as though that's going to be who takes the title from Trick. But that being
All right,
said, go ahead, bro.
let me go ahead and take us into the match that isn't listed, so we don't forget. Okay.
Okay. All right.
It is a 6-pack, 6 men. I'm sorry, 12-man, 6 tag team championship TLC match that we were just talking about on the Smackdown review. Who do you got winning that?
Okay. Well, tell everybody who's in it first. So we've got the champions right now, the Wyatt Six. We have
One.
the Street Profits. We have Motor City Machine Guns. We have
Three,
DIY, we have
four,
Fraxium, and we
five,
have Andrade and Ray Phoenix. That is your 6 teams
six.
in this match. If I've got, can I get away with 2 in this?
You can get, yeah, 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 because there's so many teams.
There's so
Absolutely.
many teams, and I'm like, trust me, my mind has been fucking flying on this one. There's a million and one different ways this could go. I'm going to say if the Wyatts do not retain somehow, which I
Okay.
still feel as though that's
Yep.
probably going to
Yep.
happen, then I feel as though Andrade and Ray Phoenix come out with them somehow. How that
That's what
sets
I was
up,
going to say
I
to you
couldn't
later.
I couldn't 100% tell you how that sets up, but I feel as though you've got the tag team champions that just won the titles, and you've got the hottest
Mhm.
tag team in all of sports entertainment right now. I'm sorry, there is nobody hotter than Andrade and Ray Phoenix right now.
You're not wrong.
So
You're not wrong, and that was
that's going to be
exactly
my
my that was
two.
exactly my prediction for the match too. So I just wanted to get that out there because it wasn't on the official card, but it is slated for Sunday night.
Oh yeah.
So
All right, so that
not
puts
sure how they're
us
going to do it.
WWE Championship match: John Cena, Cody Rhodes.
Okay, Seth Rollins.
He's dead set on this, guys. No, I don't think we're going to see Seth Rollins. I'm sorry,
May I
buddy.
give one without a cash in? May I give one without a cash in?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
John Cena. John
Okay.
Cena.
All
John
right.
Cena.
I am going to say I disagree, and I'm going to say Cody Rhodes turns heels tomorrow night and pulls the trigger that he couldn't pull at Mania when he lost the title. And that'll be kind
There
of
is
the
a
whole
possibility.
spiel that gets it started as to why he's turning heel or why he's done being the nice guy or blah blah blah. Whatever they decide to go with there, that I feel as though that'll be the stepping stone for it to get started on.
See, I'm on the other side of the fence. I think John's the one doing the swerve. So that one we're just gonna have to
That's right.
agree to disagree on because I can't do it. So the next match, right, is one we were discussing tonight. It's Solo Sikoa, the United States champion, taking on the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match. Let's examine this for a second. Solo, Jacob, by themselves in a cage. Go Buddha.
Solo retains thanks to Tamatonka.
Yeah,
They've not
yeah.
released him yet, okay? There's nothing on the internet that says that Tamatonka was released. He's healed. He's ready to come back. What better way to do it than to put him with the rest of the damn family? He gets on the
The only
cage,
thing,
fucks over Jacob
the
somehow. Solo picks up the dub. Sorry.
you're fine. The only thing that I could see, I agree with you. I think Solo is winning regardless. But the only thing that I could see that wouldn't be that would be not only does he get involved, but we see someone try to get involved for Jacob besides Jay Uso, because I'm sorry, besides Jimmy Uso, wrong Uso brother, because we know that War Games is just around the corner,
Yeah, I was going to
and
say that.
that we're coming up to that, and that they're going to have to start building teams for that. And let's face it, it's going to be the MFTs. They're a 5-man group. Um, I don't want to see them face somebody like the Judgment Day because that's stupid.
There's
I
only
would
3 of them
rather see
anyway.
something with Jacob.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but they can team with somebody else.
true.
Like, and that still may be where we go. It's untelling, but I would like to see Jimmy, Jay, um,
Roman,
Roman.
Solo.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you got to have
Well, not
somebody
Solo,
else.
Jacob.
You got to have somebody else. And I'm sure there's
Well,
probably
last year
another
was fun.
there's probably another Samoan back there somewhere. Just saying. I think there's actually a
Yeah.
couple that are on like WWE ID or something like that are just waiting for a call up. Zilla Fatu is still out there,
Yeah.
guys. Like pick him up. He's going to be fucking solid for you.
You're
Anyway,
not wrong.
next match is the women's Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Lynch defending her title against Lyra Valkyria with the stipulation that if Lyra does not win, she can no longer challenge for the Intercontinental title. Who do you see winning, sir?
Lyra Valkyria. And I want to say that that's because of Bailey. Bailey gets involved some way in this match, and either she helps Becky or she helps Lyra. Like it's just it could go either way. But I don't see Lyra not being able to challenge for the Intercontinental title anymore. That's just a stipulation that seems unrealistic considering she's the first IC Women's Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I don't want that for Lyra. I would rather that Bailey got involved in some other way. Was she not supposed to be reffing? Is that not right?
No, no,
Did I not hear?
not
Are
not
you
not to my
sure?
not to my knowledge. They don't say
I thought
anything
that
about
was a
it.
thing.
No,
I know it doesn't.
no, because like
Um,
the other night they done an interview with Bailey, and Bailey said that she really just don't know where to go from here and just kind of walked away silently. So I don't. I agree with you that Bailey is going to have something to do with tomorrow night. However, I do feel as
no
though
doubt.
Becky retains and she screws over Lyra.
Mm, mm,
Like that's going to be my
agreed.
feel on it. I feel as though they got a little more going for Lyra. Like okay, think about it like this: you hold what title before you get pushed which way?
Up, up,
The
and I
Intercontinental
get it.
title
No,
is the carry all the time championship that you get the most prestige from in order to make your way to the heavyweight title. So I feel as though that
it,
they might have another match with Lyra and Becky. Or, I'm sorry, not Lyra and Becky, but Lyra and Bailey regarding the fact that Bailey screws over Lyra tomorrow or Sunday. I'm sorry, but I feel as though
mm,
that a new challenger for Becky's title is going to emerge, and I feel as though Lyra will be probably pushed up into the heavyweight title picture.
can I say that I don't think Lyra is ready to be in the heavyweight title picture just yet?
Mm-hmm.
I think that she's still very much mid Carter and not up there with the Rhea Ripleys, the Liv Morgans, the Io Skies, I just the Tiffany Strattons, the Charlotte Flairs. I don't see that. I don't see that. I'll tell you something we didn't mention was a one Bianca Belair. Um,
Seriously, on the head, man. I was going to ask you, what do you feel they're going to do there? Do you think they're going to give Jade and Naomi the belts and then have Bianca just pick whichever one she wants to be?
maybe,
Yeah, it's kind of
maybe
where I feel
that's
it's going
a
to.
very it's a very good possibility because if anybody deserves it, it would be Bianca Belair.
Hell
She
yeah.
is the EST of WWE. That being said, let's go ahead and move on to our final match. It is for, in fact, the women's championship. It is Naomi taking on Io Sky and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match. Now, in triple threat, there is no rules. Let's just remind everybody of that. So this could very easily become a hardcore match. It could very easily become a table match. I mean, we could do whatever we wanted, and it would be okay. It could be a beatdown, and it would be fine. So, does Naomi? All right, hold on. Let me get your prediction first before I go into what I have to say. What are your thoughts on
In a happy fantasy world, Rhea.
it? Okay. In a
Uh,
realistic world,
in a
Rory,
realistic world, Naomi retains.
yeah, I agree. Naomi retains because she's just got the title. So that being said, let me just explain that I think that Naomi has someone on standby. I think that there will be someone interfere on Naomi's behalf, and it could very well be anybody.
Ugh.
It could even be say Bianca Belair. Now I don't know why she would do that. I don't think that that would be a good decision, but it is a possibility. WWE is known for going outside the box and creating opportunities and getting people involved in things they shouldn't be involved in. I think that this is going to be one of those matches.
I agree.
So,
But with
yeah,
that being said, guys, that is our predictions for SummerSlam. 2 nights. It's
Mhm.
going to be huge. And each night, guys, we will be live with a recap after the show goes off the air. They are on at 6. I would assume they'd be off by 9. So I'm going to say latest we'll probably be on is like 9:30. It just
So just
depends
gotta be
on,
watching.
yeah.
Gotta be watching.
And if you're not watching, guys, make sure that you're following us. Make sure that you got the notifications turned on. That way, you know when we go live. If you're watching this on YouTube, sub to the channel. It should let you know when the new videos come up. Just make sure that you got your
Mhm.
personalization, your bell turned on, and make sure that it's personalized to make sure that you get notifications from us when we upload videos,
We will.
which is going to
We
be
we
huge
will.
this week.
Yeah, we will be live directly after the event ends. Please, guys, and if you want to stay up to date with all the other notifications and all the other streaming that we do, because we both have Twitch channels and we both do video game streaming as well as our WWE reviews, please join the Discord, and you will get notifications as to when Buddha's going live, when I'm going live, when and we have different niches like it's really a good place for anybody that's a gamer.
Oh yeah.
We accept people of all types. So just come on down, hop in the Doobie Den, and let's roll a spliff, man. Let's just get blazed.
I'm all game for this. I'm down. Anyway, that being said, guys, this is going to conclude this edition of the RevX Wrestling Review. Again, I am Buddha Fire. That is MJ Hat, and together we are Revolution X, bringing you the wrestling recaps from SmackDown and all PLEs. Hopefully, one day we'll be able to include Raw in that. But until then, SmackDown and the PLEs are going to be what we bring you. If you want to comment, please comment on this video, whether you're watching live or whether you're catching it on YouTube. Shoot us a comment in the section below. Make sure that if you want to tell us your predictions, make sure that's there. And guys, we will see you tomorrow night by 9:30. I'm going to say live right here on our channels, recapping night 1 of WWE SummerSlam. That being said, guys,
Stay
we will
tuned.
catch we will catch you on the flip side later. And peace out.
Bye.